Find the zeros of that function given there. And give the multiplicities of each zero. State whether the graph crosses the x-axis or touches the x-axis and turns around at each zero. So, notice though, is this in polynomial form or is this in factored form? Is it separated by plus or minus signs or is it separated by multiplication?
Multiplication.
By multiplication, that's factored form, okay? So that means that, just like before though, how do we find zeros? We have to set the equation equal to what? 0. But I'm not going to have to factor because it's already in factored form. So we're going to set all of our factors equal to 0. How many things are being multiplied here? Oh, a lot of them technically, but we got 3 different ones, right? So let's set those each equal to 0. So negative 4 equals 0. And we're going to come back to it. I know that doesn't make sense. We'll talk about it. So x plus 1/2 squared equals 0. And x minus 5 cubed equals 0. Now negative 4 equals 0 doesn't have a variable. So will negative 4 ever equal 0? No. So just mark it out. We could have divided by negative 4, but I was too lazy. Alright. So, but what about x plus 1/2 squared? What does it mean to be squared? It means it's there twice, right? Which means it's going to have multiplicity of 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here, I'm going to write multiplicity of 2. And then I'm just going to solve it. I don't need that square now because it's already done its job. So I've got x plus 1/2 equals 0. I'm just going to solve for x. So subtract the 1/2. And so we get x equals negative 1/2 multiplicity of 2. What does x minus 5 cubed mean? What does it mean to be cubed? There's 3 of them. So this means we're going to have multiplicity of 3. And so now I know that x minus 5 equals 0. Add the 5 and we get x equals with multiplicity of 3. Now it also told us to state whether the graph crosses the x-axis or touches and turns. So multiplicity of 2. 2 is what? Even or odd? Even, which means what's going to happen there if it's got even multiplicity? Yeah, this is going to be a touch and turn. And 3 is what kind of a number? Even or odd?
Odd.
And what happens when we have odd multiplicity?
Cross.
Yeah, it's going to cross.